to another Nessa Edits video, and today, as you can see, we're doing a thumbnail. I know some of y'all know how to do a thumbnail already, but this is for the people that don't. So if you don't, just keep on watching, and you don't need PicMonkey or I don't know whatever you guys use, but this is also only for an iMac user, and if you have Keynote is the best. My last video was about how to add images on here, so go check that out if you guys are interested. But for today, we're working on thumbnails, so let's just get started. So the first thing that you are gonna do is to open up Keynote, new document, and I'm gonna put it on wide. There's standard and wide. Wide is the best, is just perfect. It goes right for your thumbnail. You don't have to change the size to anything once you upload it. So right now all I'm doing is just fixing my workspace, zooming out to 50%. This is just how I like to do mine. Whatever you guys feel like doing with yours, feel free to do that, but for me this is what I like to do. So now you're gonna go ahead and find the image that you're gonna use. So once you find the image that you're gonna use, you could just drag it into Keynote. It's just so easy like that. And right here, this is the one that I'm using for this vlog, and go check it out if you haven't. But right here, I'm just gonna click on image right here that you see me clicking on, and there's that instant alpha. And what this is gonna do is just gonna erase parts that you don't want in there. Like, you see how it highlights it and it erases just those little parts. You have to be careful with that because it will erase some parts that you don't. Sometimes it's not the most perfect tool to use, but it works. It works. So that's not what I wanted. So right here, you just see me undoing everything that I made. And that's the best part about this, that you can do anything that you accidentally did by accident. And right here, I'm just showing you that you could change the exposure, the saturation. There's a bunch of tools that you could use right here. Once you use it once and you get used to using it more and more, like you learn how to use everything just like I did. That's how I did, just learning each day that I used it. And with my thumbnails, as you guys can see, I'm always adding borders to mine. And that's what I'm doing right here. You saw me going to the border. I'm changing the color of it. And I like doing mine bright, and I always use complementary colors with mine. I use the color wheel a lot with my thumbnails just because I want them to stand out. You want your thumbnails to stand out, guys. The thumbnail is the most important part in your video because people will not click on them if they're not that good. Like, thumbnails make a big difference, and sometimes you have to clickbait on them. Like, who cares? Clickbait life, clickbait life. Like, it's not that you're doing clickbait. Like, obviously, on my thumbnails, I'm talking about stuff, like, on my titles, I mean, I'm talking about stuff that is happening in the video, but I'm just making them more clickable. So if y'all get mad sometimes about my thumbnails, like, I made you click, and like, that's just the truth. Like, if I have sorry ass titles, nobody will ever click on them. And I've done it before, nobody has clicked. But I notice when I do some titles that are a little bit like, ooh, people are gonna click on them, they do click on them. So ain't no shame in the game. That's the game life. All these big YouTubers do it. That's how they get all their clicks, and people get mad, but it's like, dude, but you clicked, right? Like, you know what I mean? But anyways, so right here, I'm just adding text to my thumbnail, and you could change the size, you could change the font, you could do whatever you want right here. If you want it smaller, you just click there. I'm putting forgetting, but I eventually end up erasing this part, but I'm just showing you how to do it. I'm trying to figure out where I want it, because it is, forgetting is a long word, which that's the word I end up deleting later on. And right here, you're going to see me go to there and press color fill, and that's just to put the pink in the background. And I'm changing the font here because I forgot to change it. Mine always usually stay the same right here, but that's just how I do it. And I'm just playing around with it until I finally realize that I don't want that on there, which I don't know why it took me so long. But so right here, you are seeing me add a border, and I just click on line, and it just adds that border for me, and you have to choose the color you want. Mine stay the same, like I said, it's the blue and the pink. And this is how I end up liking it. This is how I leave it. And now I'm gonna add some emojis because I feel like I needed something. And you just go to text and insert, oh no, you go to edit emojis and symbols, and you just click on it, and then it opens these emojis up, and you just find whatever emoji you want to use. And once you find it, you're just gonna double click it. So once you double click it, you see it that it's added there, but it's so tiny. So you're just gonna change the font size, which I think I ended up changing it to, what is it, 200, and I am adding it here, and I am gonna duplicate these because I wanted to add just more than one. And you just right click and you add duplicate, and you right click duplicate until you have as much as you want, which I think I end up putting 4, I believe. So once you are happy with your thumbnail and your editing of your thumbnail, you're gonna go to File, and you're gonna pick Export, and you're gonna click Images. You want to click Images on this one, and then of course you're gonna pick Next, and you're gonna name your title. I believe I just put Never Again, or whatever you want to name it, just name it, and then you're just gonna click Export after that. So now you go to whatever video you're going to add it, and you're going to click custom thumbnail, and wherever you named it, you're going to find that folder. You're going to double click it or just press choose, and it should upload it for you, and that should be your new thumbnail. So that was it, guys. Super easy, super simple. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to watch my last Nessa edits video if you have not watched it, and we'll see you guys next time.